Hello and welcome to Briland Episode 3, the Grand Tour. Today I'm going to take a few minutes to show you the inside of my basement in my house. We're going to check out in a little more detail the interior of the island where the Treasury is, and then we're going to jump off and take you down into the giant hole that I've dug for the amazing Tower of Elements, and check out the first floor, which I like to call the lobby floor. But what you're looking at right now is just a view into the future. And you'll see that I've begun the Upside Down Mountain project on the floating island, and I can't wait to do a special episode to show you guys exactly how we do that. But you'll notice when we get there that I use very similar techniques to the techniques that Disney uses in their theme parks to build their artificial mountains. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Mount Everest in the Animal Kingdom, all use very similar techniques that they probably stole from my creating prowess. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and keep tuned for more very soon. Let's go check things out. I've got a borrowed design for a swimming pool, and this is one of the things I may not actually change. I put a glass bottom on it because how fun is that, to be able to be in a floating island with a glass bottom swimming pool. I've got lighting on inside of the pool, so it looks all fancy. Even though I will be changing most of my borrowed designs, this one is just, it just fits. So I think I'm gonna leave it. It's got the hot tub here that flows off into the pool. Fancy. And as you can see, I went ahead and did a glass wall that leads into the Treasury. That way you could see in more detail of what's going on. It gives more size to the basement when you're in there. It makes it look a little cooler. I was going to try to block it off, make it all vaulty and secret, but open looked much better. And, you know, the way it looks always wins. So I've got dirt here. This is some of the dirt that's left over. I've used a lot of it from the hole that I cut out for the Tower of Elements. Here we are. You can see that we have a lot, but the real reason that I made the move from the pyramid is because of the huge amount of cobblestone I've dug out from the ground. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of cobblestone in these treasure chests, and I began to realize that my current setup was not enough. So I made this and developed this and thought, you know what? I want to save as much of the materials as I can because I'm going to have some huge building projects. The Tower of Elements alone is huge, and I'm going to want this stuff one day. And I was going to dig the hole out that I'll show you in a moment with dynamite, but I decided to do it with pickaxes so I could reserve every single block so I wouldn't have to dig them out in the future. But to show you how many I have all of those treasure chests of cobblestone, these treasure chests, these, and I thought that was going to be it, but I had to put a little expansion on it here. So I make little shelvings, try to keep a consistent design, and I keep some organization to it also. You'll see that coming in, I will do little cubbies like this along both sides of the island. So on the left you'll see dirt, and then you'll see cobblestone, and I'll cut little glass walls, section things off, put a sign by it so I know exactly what's in there. I don't want to have to put a cobblestone on every single treasure chest like what you see here, and the designs and what you see here with the dirt, so I know what the material is. So I think that's a better way to do it, is to sort of block it off, because sometimes with the design of the inside of my island, I can't put cobblestones everywhere. I could here, but up here I couldn't necessarily, because I wanted to just utilize the space I had without redesigning the look of the island to fit the fact that I could put cobblestones there to mark everything. So you'll see the big star that I have, the glass star, and from the top, here's the bottom. I cut off so you could see all the way through. There is the famous Tower of Elements that I've begun. The hole that you see there, I'll give you guys a closer look. Took me a long time to dig. I've got another hole here that goes to the bedrock that was just an access to my mine. You can get there by falling. I have a hole in the pyramid. Let me show you. In the bottom of my pyramid, if you go through it, you can fall through that little piece of that little tunnel that I just showed you. There's a trap door. You can go through it. Quick access all the way down. Fall in some water. I'll show you guys how that functions either in this video or I'll probably do it in the future in a mining video. My original thought when I designed the floating island was to have the tower that leads up, the floating islands that get to the big one, and then just have a waterfall and just put a couple treasures back here. And nothing is cooler than treasures behind a waterfall inside of a cave. Well, except for one thing, treasures behind a waterfall inside of a cave on a floating island. Yeah, awesome. So, pretty proud of that. The outlook tower that I have that you guys saw, the borrowed design, here's a little access I use just for building to get to it, so you guys can get your footing on where I'm at now. There's the biggest failure of a hen house ever. And then I actually made a quick access just for building that takes me out to the Tower of Elements. So let me show you the real project, the real gem of Briland. Give you guys some bearing on where we're at. Right over here is the Tower of Elements. You are looking at a hole that took me, gosh, 2-3 months to build because I dug this all with a pickaxe. It's got to be almost 80 wide on the diameter. It might be 100. It's a lot. But I've got this neat little elevator thing that I've built. And you may have seen the designs. It's a what are these things called? Minecart elevator. So I can get up here in just a few seconds. I had gone up and down thousands and thousands of times before I decided I wanted to waste a ton of my iron to make an elevator. So I figured it was going to be more valuable. Let me take you guys down a little bit so you can see from a lower level. Let's go this way. That way you can see the initial approach that I did. We'll jump off the waterfall. That'll be fun. That's where the fun's at. That's where the party's at. Whee! Only in Minecraft can you jump from 2 miles up into a teacup and survive. Here we are. So you'll see that I built sort of. There's the minecart elevator. Right now we're at ground level. We're not into the hole yet. There's the trapdoor on the bottom of the pyramid. Woo, fall right down into there. And then there's a large tunnel that goes down to the bedrock. From underneath, you can see the swimming pool to the floating island. You can see the other floating island that I built. That's where the enchantment room is. Gotta get rid of that tiny little block sticking off on the side. So many things to work on. And then, of course, the bottom of the house, the bottom of the bedroom, and the kitchen. And yeah, let me take you over to the hole of the Tower of Elements, or the hole of elements. So here it is. I cannot tell you how many stone pickaxes I've used to dig this. I originally started with a couple diamond pickaxes, but I realized that diamond pickaxe wouldn't even get me through one layer. It was just a huge waste of diamonds, and I knew it was just going to be a time commitment, so I began to dig and dig and dig. And you'll see these things that I dug for construction as I went down. I'll take the elevator up later so you guys can see that, but I'll take my original entrance down. I took this way. Where's it at? No. I used there it is. Block of gravel to mark it. I took this way thousands of times before I finally built the elevator. There we are. Well, while we're down, we can talk about the tower a little bit as we go down. The idea here is to make a lobby area on the bottom, and then we're going to make a different element for different floors. Here's obviously the fire floor, and we'll do like a desert or sand, and then, you know, the word elements is going to be a loose definition. And then we'll do a water floor, we'll do light, we'll do lots. I mean, we've got over 200 blocks high worth of ceiling to get to. That's really, really up there, even though with the size of the tower it doesn't look like it's that high, but I can do several floors just like this, just like my fire floor. So I would take this way to get down and back up, and I didn't even have a water bucket for me to drop into to make things quicker back in the day. I'm pretty proud of the fire floor. You can see that I've put a lot of work and thought into the design so it just didn't look like a boring circle. But we'll actually look at it on the way back up. Let's get down to the lobby and start with what was built first. Alright, see the size of this hole? Man. So here we have the lobby area. I ran through a different couple ideas and designs. The reason that I went with this is just because it's unique looking. The whole entire tower, think about how much weight that would be bearing down on this pillar, and the obsidian that has to hold it up because it's so strong, and then all of that weight turn the diamond, or turn these blocks into diamond, press them and compress them, and, you know, like smashing carbon into diamond. I don't know. I thought it was a fun idea. Kind of looks cool. My idea, so I'll run with it. Spent a lot of time designing and playing with torches, with, you know, nether stone and all that, trying to figure out something that looked nice here. So thought I'd make a little path and torches on the side. The ceiling of the lobby was a pain to come up with something that just wasn't boring and flat. So we added torches. We did the stone bricks there. That's actually fencing with the nether sand above it to give it that sort of different look and texture. So I don't even know how I came to this upside down stair design for the corners, but it worked. It gave me something unique, almost like a plus cross sign that holds everything up with the weight, and then the stairs will come down to bear it down in the middle all the way to the diamond. So yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. You can see as I cut out the ground down here, I had a lot of different caves and caverns that I actually cut into. That in there was not cut out by me. I cut out the wall, but all that, of course, was open Minecraft created. And then there was another giant shaft, like mine shaft, on the back that I found, and it was amazing how many different caverns and everything I literally just hollowed out to get down here. So the back looks symmetrical. I might add a little something to mix it up just so it doesn't all look the same, but we'll see. So it's almost like old giant awesome ruins, but let's go inside the tower and give you an idea of what we're creating there.